You're watching E.T.N. Entertainment-related new, entertainment-related discussion. Share and subscribe.
Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. This is Rob. This video, we're going to talk some more MCU. And we know that in this next phase, or next saga, if you will, we know the heroes we're going to see. Black Panther, Captain Marvel, and of course, Falcon, not only on the TV show with the Winter Soldier, but as well as the movies. But we also know we're going to get some new characters. And while we already know some of them going into maybe the next 2 or 3 years, and sequels as well, like Doctor Strange, there got to be some heroes in plan that we don't know about. And while we all want to see the Fantastic Four and the X-Men, we know that they're about 5 or 6 years away. However, this list are 5 Marvel superheroes that I think most people want to see in the next saga of the MCU. Moon Knight. One of my favorite MCU characters, and not necessarily an A-list character or even a B-list. Moon Knight, which was a character that attained his powers from the Egyptian moon god Khonshu. Former US Marine Mark Spector left the military to become a mercenary. He was left for dead in the Egyptian desert after a one-on-one battle. Now, Mark Spector was given a second chance by the Egyptian lunar god. With his newfound powers, he returned to the United States to fight crime. Now, Moon Knight has often been compared to Batman. Part of the reason is because of his very experienced fighting skills, his use of gadgets, and his fundamental human origin. In other words, he really has no superpowers. Moon Knight is actually the host for the lunar god, but he doesn't really grant him any superpowers. I mean, if anything, you could argue his superpower was that he got resurrected. Now, I think he would be an awesome addition to the MCU. I mean, he's crossed paths with both the Avengers and the X-Men. He was also part of the Secret Avengers, which were Captain America, War Machine, Valkyrie, Ant-Man, Beast, and, well, he would just fit right in to this universe, especially considering that he's a little bit more grounded than some of the cosmic heroes we've seen. The Submariner. Now, Namor is likely to be the next hero or villain, if you will, that we're going to get in the MCU, as there's already been Easter eggs in both Iron Man 2 as well as Avengers Endgame of his existence. In Avengers Endgame, Okoye reported to Black Widow of an earthquake that took place beneath Wakanda. It was a very short exchange between the two characters, but it was the second reference to the possibility of Atlantis and the Namor character. His private home can be seen off the coast of Brazil, and, well, maybe private home is not the best word for that, as many consider it Namor's own version, or his version I should say, of a fortress of solitude-like domain. But it's actually considered to be on the outskirts of what's believed to be Atlantis in that scene in Iron Man 2. Now, it's unfortunate that we actually won't be getting, at least at the moment, we won't be getting a Namor solo flick, because it's the same kind of rule that's going on with the Hulk in terms of Universal. However, many speculate and many believe that he will debut as the villain in the Black Panther sequel, She-Hulk. The cousin of Bruce Banner, Jennifer Walters, received her powers through an emergency blood transfusion from her cousin after an injury. She gained a more, I guess for lack of a better word, milder form of Bruce Banner's powers through the transfusion. So she could Hulk up, but essentially she would control her emotions, or she could control her emotions. She retained her intelligence, but when she was enraged, she still powered up, just like the Hulk. Later, she would actually maintain her transformation permanently. Now, I think she would be a great addition to the MCU. First of all, since we can't get any Hulk solo movies, she would be a great character to leverage the Hulk even further in terms of his development. Furthermore, you can still develop her at the same time. And she's also crossed paths with plenty of heroes. She was an Avenger, she was in Fantastic Four, the Defenders, as well as Heroes for Hire. She is also a lawyer in the comic books, and this could be a perfect story element to bring her into the MCU. Think about it. After the snap, and then the war on Earth between Thanos and the Avengers, someone like Thunderbolt Ross will definitely want to hold some of these heroes accountable for all the damage and destruction. Jennifer Walters can be brought in perfect timing to represent them in court. I think there's potential there. The Silver Surfer. Exiled to Earth after he turned on his master Galactus, I think it's time the Silver Surfer has another opportunity to prove just how cool he can be. Knowing that one day the Fantastic Four could make their return to the MCU, and then furthermore knowing that Galactus could potentially be one of the next big villains, it's writing on the wall for the Silver Surfer to make a return. And if it turns out that Galactus does eventually become the next big villain within the next 5 years, well then we can expect to see the Silver Surfer shortly before that, as in the comic he served as Galactus's herald. And if Kevin Feige can take the Guardians of the Galaxy from a D-list tier of heroes to an A-list tier of heroes that they are now in the cinemas, he would do wonders with the Silver Surfer. Nova. Now this guy should be a shoo-in, considering that we've already seen and met the Nova Corps. And to be quite honest, the stage is actually set. In the comic books, Nova is selected by the last surviving member of the Nova Corps, Roman Day. And in the comics, Xander, the planet where the Nova Corps are from, was destroyed by Nebula. But in Avengers Infinity War, Thor mentions to the Guardians of the Galaxy that Xander was decimated by Thanos. That last story element could definitely set the stage for Nova to make his debut much sooner than later. But we'll have to wait and see if Kevin Feige is going to pull the trigger on what I think is a pretty obvious potential setup for Nova to hit the MCU. But time will tell. That wraps it up for this video. What 5 superheroes do you want to see next in the MCU? I think these 5 superheroes are, maybe some don't agree, but I think a lot of people would love to see Moon Knight. I do think a lot of people would love to see Nova, even She-Hulk. A lot of people have mentioned She-Hulk and the connection that she has to Bruce Banner. As I mentioned, it could definitely be an element that you could use to further develop the story of the Hulk while introducing another character. And to be quite honest, these are some fascinating heroes that, while in the comic they might be considered B, C, or even D-list, we've already seen that Kevin Feige and the MCU can take those characters and by good storytelling can elevate them to a new status. Let me know in the comments below what heroes you might want to see. Do you agree with any on my list? Do you have a list of your own that you want to mention? And if you're new here, please hit the subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, definitely let me know in the comment section. And if you are a subscriber, hit that notification bell so you know when new content is up. Until the next video, this is Rob signing off for E.T.N, where we don't do news, we just talk entertainment. Take it easy.
Thank you for watching E.T.N. Click here to watch more content. Don't forget to leave a comment. Also, make sure you like and share this video. If you want to know when the next video is up, click the notification bell next to the subscribe button. And most of all, make sure to click that subscribe button for regular content.